Hi guys, so recently because of COVID-19, I have not participated in any social activities for more than 2 months. And because of that, I have a lot of free time on my hands. And after watching numerous Asian dramas, I thought to myself, you know what, enough is enough. I've got to stop this. I've got to do something with my life. And one evening, I actually found myself to be cleaning out the contacts in my computer. It's the first time I've ever cleaned out my contacts in my entire life, ever since owning a cell phone or owning a computer. And to my surprise, by the end, I actually felt really refreshed. And I also discovered a hidden feature on my Mac that I have always wondered about. So in this video, I'm going to show you 10 places that you can declutter digitally. And after you do that, you're really going to benefit from it every single day. I really think that this is something that you can just do once and benefit from it forever. So I highly recommend taking this opportunity to really just get these things in order before quarantine is over, because this is not going to be the norm forever. Your future self is just going to thank you so much. So number 1 is your contacts. I use an iPhone and a MacBook, so all my contacts are synced on iCloud, which means I only need to update it in one place and all the changes will be reflected everywhere. So I'll just go in and delete people that I don't really know and merge any duplicated contacts. Another really cool thing that I found out is that you can actually add someone's birthday in your contacts app, and then their birthday will actually show up on your iCloud calendar. This can save you a lot of brain power from trying to remember the birthdays of your loved ones. Number 2 is to clean up your calendar. So I audited all the calendars I have and determined if I really need all of them. For example, I already have a personal calendar from iCloud, so do I really need another one from Gmail? It will just confuse me whenever I try to add a new event, like what events would go into the iCloud one versus the Gmail one. It's really a useless thought to have, so I will just remove the Gmail calendar entirely. The download folder is a fun one. I still have files from back in February, and it just feels great to delete them to free up more space. And maybe it will speed up my computer too, who knows? While you're at it, you might also want to take a look at your desktop as well. Mine is relatively clean, only 3 screenshots that I actually need right now. And my goal usually is to have nothing on my desktop. So not everyone has a password manager, and I didn't have one either until 2 years ago. But now I use 1Password to manage all of my passwords. I used to use the same password for everything, but that's really not a good idea, because in this day and age, cybersecurity is just not an option anymore. I think I get at least one email from one of my service providers every year telling me that their system has been hacked. So we just really can't rely on anyone to safeguard our password and our online identities for us. So I will go in and review all my logins. Delete the ones that don't make sense anymore, because these logins will just confuse me whenever I use the app on a daily basis. If I see that I'm reusing password, I will actually reset the password. Does it take forever to do this? Absolutely. But do I have all the time in the world right now? Yes. So do this before it's too late. Google Chrome also has a password manager, where they would remember all the passwords for you. I'll review this list as well and remove the logins that are just irrelevant, like password from companies that I no longer work for, and the multiple logins that seem to have been created every time I forget and reset my password. I find that after this cleanup, it has made my life so much easier, because I no longer need to choose from 5 different logins on each website, and the ones that show up are the ones that actually work. Number 5, unsubscribe from promo emails. The email is a scary place. I am definitely not a zero inbox person, and I get a lot of promo emails every single day. I don't think I'll ever get to zero inbox, but every week I like to unsubscribe to a dozen newsletters and permanently delete a few hundred of them. And I think over time it will make a big difference. If you find yourself getting annoyed from daily emails from a certain company, there is no need to put up with it. Just unsubscribe. Number 6 is Google Drive and Dropbox. Google Drive and Dropbox can definitely be a place of chaos if you're not careful. I've recently done a purge and organized my Google Drive, and I really like the way that I organized it. So I use emojis to help me quickly categorize the different folders. So if it's work related, then I'll have a computer emoji in front of it. And if it's finance and tax related, then I'll have a money emoji in front of it. And if it's files that I don't need to access regularly but just want to have it on record, then I'll put it in the archive folder. And this structure has served me really well. Number 7 is your photo library. I have Google Photos, which is eventually where all my photos go. Google Photos has a limited backup, but the only problem is that the photos are not original quality. You can get the original quality, but it's just going to take up a little bit more space and you will eventually need to pay for the space. But the optimized quality is good enough for me. After all the photos are backed up, I will regularly delete the photos from my iPhone local storage. If I ever need to look for a photo, I would just go to Google Photos and then download it onto my phone again. Number 8 is to delete the apps that you no longer use. My phone is pretty clean already. On my phone, the first 2 pages are for apps that I'm currently using, and everything else that I occasionally use are grouped on the 3rd page. I'm pretty sure there's better ways to do it, but this one is working for me right now, and I am satisfied with it. Sometimes we just grow out of certain types of content. Or maybe the algorithm keeps sending you a particular type of content and you just keep on watching it when you didn't really want to watch it in the first place. Then you can actually tell the algorithm that you're not interested in it anymore. So I really love Apple's Notes app because it's the fastest among all the note-taking apps. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you have internet access or not, it will always work without fail. And because of that, I tend to end up with a lot of random notes. And for 99% of them, I never look at again. So by decluttering, your notes will actually remind you what kind of notes, what kind of information you have on hand. And if you ever need to find them, you know exactly where they are. So these are the 10 places that I found to have really benefited from a decluttering. Let me know if there's any area of your life that you have been decluttering as well. If this video inspired you to get to work, then make sure you give this video a like, or even better, you can subscribe to this channel for more content on minimalism, decluttering, small space living, and more. Hope to see you again.